AQAvit is actually a project under the Eclipse Adoptium top-level project, and it's where we test our tamarin binaries. But it's more than that. So AQAvit, Aqua stands for Adoptium Quality Assurance, and the Vit piece actually means both fast and vital. So how do we keep software verification current and important and useful to both our projects and to the rest of the ecosystem? It's not an easy task. We've curated a lot of open source software tests that are heavily used. We have tests both from the OpenJDK upstream project, as well as a lot of external application tests, performance benchmarks, a lot of system and load tests. So what I mean by this is, can we break the JVM? Can we test it enough to see what is the breaking point? When we look at the number of tests that we run in that project, there may be around, at this point, 250,000 unique test cases. On the load and system tests, we take those test cases and grind them in a lot of iterations to see if we can find defects in the source code. A lot of the work at the project actually ends up being triage. So how do we do this and not break our backs? This is the problem around the industry at the moment. All of the different distributors of OpenJDK, all of them are working behind their corporate walls to make sure they're not introducing defects to their end consumers, to their customers. We do the same thing in the open. We do it in collaboration with all of the members at the project. And we do it in a way where we can manage it with a very few people. That means we're writing a lot of tools. That means we're innovating and using machine learning to help triage the tests. We're making sure we can visualize that large set of tests across all of the platforms we have to cover. So we have a tool at the top level of our project called TRSS, Test Result Summary Service. And that lets us look at multiple CI systems where we're running tests, multiple versions, multiple platforms. Overall, in the course of a release, we will likely be running around, I think it turns out to be 8 million different tests during a release. And the reason it's that high is you have the multiplying factor of the 4 versions that we're releasing, the 11 platforms per version, so 44 different things that we try to release to the community. Once you factor that in, you also have the fact that we end up having to triage failures and then drill down and determine what is that failure. Is it on our side? Is it a machine that's fallen over? Is it test material that needs updating? No, it turns out it could be a defect, and we have to determine it in a very quick, short time frame, and then suggest solutions to say, is this actually a blocking test? Can we release tamarin or any other binary that's being tested by AQAvit? Or should we be stopping the world and saying, no, this is absolutely a must fix?